another grant for the town of North Attleboro. Explain what this grant is for and how the town applied for it.
Sure. Well, it's a State of Mass Department of Transportation grant, and it was done by the state very quickly. They originally announced a $5 million program and then subsequently put another $5 million into it. So it's $10 million total. And the idea was to help restaurants in downtowns stay open longer during the colder months. And what they emphasized was any program or equipment purchase that would do what I just said, is keep things open longer. So we applied for $41,000 and we received $29,000 for wrought iron tables and chairs, portable heaters, commercial heaters, propane heaters, and jersey barriers to block off 3 or 4 parking spots downtown in front of 3 or 4 restaurants who agreed to go along with it. And as soon as we get the equipment in, we'll be blocking off parking spots, putting the tables outside, putting the heaters outside, and as long as people want to eat outdoors and are comfortable physically with the heat being generated, can eat out there. It's a technique that's used, as I understand it, all over Europe all winter. It's very popular. There were 300 applications that were sent into the state, and so far there have been 17 awards and we got one of them. So I feel pretty gratified by that.
Now you mentioned the fencing, the portable heaters. Will those remain the property of the town, or will the restaurants own them?
No, they'll be the property of the town. And we got them for free, so we didn't have to pay for them. After when it starts to snow and the practicality of being outside ends, the park department will store all the equipment. They have the room for it. We've talked about, although no decisions have been finalized yet, having some of the equipment here in the Veterans Park to be used for the holidays. There isn't going to be a Christmas parade this year, but there'll probably be a tree lighting ceremony and some other events conducted downtown in conjunction with the holidays. So we'll probably use the equipment for some of that and then store it for the winter. And next spring, assuming that things remain the way they are, we'll put the equipment back out for the restaurants to use for outdoor dining again.
How difficult is it applying for these grants? Because you're the first economic development coordinator the town has had, and in the past I don't remember the town getting these grants. Is it a complicated process?
It depends on the grant. This one was, because it was the criterion for applying for the grant were very, very selective. I need to make clear that I'm standing here doing the interview, and I don't want people to think that I'm a one-man show with all this. Marie Klarner, who's the chairman of the planning board, was extremely helpful with this grant. And the Southeast Regional Planning and Economic Development Division, SERPID, has 2 master planners who worked with us very closely on this grant. And quite honestly, the SERPID people were the subject matter experts on how to apply for the grant. So they gave us a lot of guidance on what specific equipment and so on to apply for. Marie was very helpful in doing surveys for restaurant owners and so on. So it's far from a one-man show. I can't explain to you why the town didn't apply for more grants in the past. I think it's because it was nobody's job to do it. And between planning and economic development, we've taken it on. We currently have 8 grants in the works, and upwards of $1 million worth of ask, if you will, from the state, and also the federal Environmental Protection Agency. So, the grants are out there. You just have to ask for them. They're not easy to apply for, but it's part of what I'm here to do.